Do you feel like you're stuck on that treadmill of life, living month to month, giving up on your dreams and your goals of a new car, that dream vacation with your family, your dream home, and resigned to mediocrity? Hi, John Kirk here, your online mentor and as seen on TV guy, to introduce the gig economy, also known as the side hustle economy or the side gig economy. More than 50% of the homes in America today are involved somehow in the gig economy. So the gig economy is work when you want, where you want. And I'm sure you might be familiar with the Ubers or Airbnbs where you can say, honey, I'm clocking on to Uber, dinner was fantastic, but I'm going to work for the next 6 hours or 4 hours and make a couple $100. Or you're visiting the in-laws and dinner was great, the day was great, you're going to clock on to Uber, work a couple hours and make a couple $100. Or you have a spare room in your home and you want to convert it into an Airbnb and make a couple $100 a week. That's what people are doing right now, and it's making a difference in their lives. So to give you the broad spectrum of the gig economy, I believe it started somewhere around the Fiverr.com or Freelancer.com or Upwork.com, where graphic designers and copywriters and IT professionals could literally log on and bid on projects and develop long-term relationships with companies. And that competitive nature allowed people to A, make it a side gig, but B, discount their prices drastically so they could build a relationship and really prove out their value and then build a solid side gig income for themselves. And think about it like this. If you do want your financial position to get better, you got to get better. If you want your financial paradigm to change, your habits need to change, and that's going to be led by you. So let's just paint a picture. If the whole family is sitting on the sofa watching Netflix, you can do the same thing in your jammies with your AirPods in, working on your laptop, okay? And you can do that for a couple of hours a night. That's your side gig, right? You can miss out on the one program that you don't like while you're doing your side gig, or you can get involved a little bit more seriously. I like to say that, you know, it ranges from the freelancers to the Ubers and Skip the Dishes and Amazon delivery services of the world to my favorite, which is affiliate marketing, or also known as drop shipping. So to give you another little story, I had a couple of friends from church. They were brothers, and they both took flying courses. One of them helicopter, the other one was planes. And the helicopter fella, he went and got a job in the Grand Canyon touring people on the helicopter, which was fantastic. But the other brother, he was involved in airplanes, and it was right after 9/11, and there were no airplane jobs available. And I felt pretty sad for him. He got a job at Walmart, and he was keeping his head above water. But all of a sudden, you know, he's a friend of mine on social media. I started seeing the nice trucks that are up high with these big wheels. I started seeing his pictures, you know, in Europe and South America. And I said to him, I said, hey, what's going on? And he told me, he said he got involved. He took a course online called StomperNet. This was, you know, more than 10 years ago now. But he took this course that showed him how to do drop shipping. And he was really excited about it because somebody else did the warehousing, they did the shipping, they did the receiving, they dealt with customer complaints, returns, everything. He just had to work from the comfort of his laptop. So it was pretty, it sounded like a pretty good deal. And I started thinking to myself, geez, the stay-at-home moms or the stay-at-home dads, like myself, can really resonate with that, right? It's their own private deal and they're doing it from their own home, right? Their own gig. So I really started to focus on that, and thank goodness I did, because with COVID, all of my other businesses were at trade shows, dealing direct with customers, and that had shut down completely. So it has been this this side gig that I really started, which was online, that really kept my business trucking during this whole pandemic, which has been a major blessing. So I'm a big advocate of drop shipping. And then finally, I would like to say there's also multi-level marketing or direct sales companies. And the multi-level marketing is something that I have, close to my heart. I haven't been involved in it for 30 years, but as a young man, I grew up with a single mom who supported my sister and myself, and, we always had everything that we wanted, but my mom had to work 6 days a week, and on her 7th day, she was cooking to prepackage all these meals for us to eat when we got home from school for the next week. So at that point, I decided I was going to live a life by my design. And, at 15, I was a heavy-duty mechanics apprentice and investing in the stock market already. And I was, talking business with one of my friends, and, he told me his cousin was a sales guy, and my dad was a pitchman. He was definitely a direct sales guy. And he said his cousin made $100,000 a month. And I looked at him, I said, no one makes $100,000 a month. And his mother validated that and said, listen, we should go for dinner and meet Blake. Blake was his name. And Blake took me under his wing. I started off managing his office and his home, and then he got me involved in the business. And I was flying to Atlanta and flying to Maui, and in Vegas and Atlanta and all over the place, and meeting all sorts of motivational mentors like Jim Rohn, spending time with him and Larry Thompson, and it really was life transforming for a young man in his teens. And as I turned 18, I didn't go to university. I went out to Italy, and I was training every Saturday, groups of hundreds of people, and telling them how they're going to get rich and build wealth, and it was really inspiring. So I want to say that multi-level marketing, they have systems in place where you're going to have an upline who's a mentor, and you're going to have a general mentor who's going to mentor you. I listened to Jim Rohn's tapes, all of the time. I think I wore them out, but it really put me in a mindset of success. And I still have that mindset 30 years later to this very day. So whether my brothers got involved or my friends got involved, I would always support them in multi-level marketing, because I know that the personal growth that they receive from that is worth its weight in gold. The systems and the business experience that they're going to get, it's going to help them in any endeavor that they get involved with. So anyways, there is the broad spectrum of the side hustles and the side gigs available in the gig economy. The whole concept is, in order for your paradigm to shift, your habits have got to shift, right? You want things to get better, make sure your habits are in line with you getting better, right? Make work your new favorite, like the guy says in Elf. But anyways, with all that said, make it a profitable year. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to send me here on the link below a message, and I'll always get back to you. All right. Thanks very much.